Hello everyone, thank you for watching. So I wanted to do a quick video about grief and loss. I'm very empathic, so this has been a challenge for me dealing with the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter. And of course I didn't know them personally, but I can feel the grief from the collective rising up. And not just related to his death, but just grief in general coming to the surface. And I feel like this is grief that's been suppressed in a lot of people. You know, life is very beautiful. Life is dynamic and everything is temporary. And we cannot bury emotions. They are energy. So they'll come to the surface at some point in some way, whether you do that consciously or it could manifest as an illness. So I feel like it's important for us to allow ourselves to go through the grieving process, to feel everything that we're feeling, to not suppress it, to allow it to come to the surface, to examine it, to interview it, to really understand what it is that it's trying to teach you. I'm someone that's experienced a lot of loss. I've been very candid about my life on here and the things that I've had to go through. You know, I lost my mother in 2014 suddenly. She was 54. And then right after that, I lost my relationship of 6 years, lost my place, lost my friends. You know, that's a part of the ascension process. People are going to outgrow people. But one thing that I decided to do in all of this loss was to allow myself to feel and heal. And I know that made a lot of people uncomfortable around me, but I knew too much at that point to suppress anything. So if you have unresolved grief, allow yourself to heal. I'm in tears this morning because I realized that even though I was open to the grieving process, I still have some suppressed emotions, some resentment, some anger that I have towards people. And all of that needs to be released. 2020 is the year of clear vision. And we also have to remember that Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is the awakener. It's a wild card energy. And I'll just mention that Vanessa Bryant is a Taurus and Kobe Bryant was a Taurus moon, just so you know. But we don't know the hour or the day that Spirit is going to call us home. Remember that we're all here for a purpose and a mission. And once that mission is complete, it's time for our soul to move on. These bodies that we're in are stardust, right? Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and a couple of other elements that we can find at any hardware store, right? But allow yourself to go through whatever it is you need to go through to release old, suppressed emotions, to grieve if you need to grieve, because we've all experienced some loss on this ascension process, and it affects people in different ways. But I feel like it's important for us to talk about it, to be okay with how we're feeling and okay with what's coming up in us, and reach out for help. Your spirit team is always available to you. But if you feel like you need grief counseling, please go get it. There's nothing wrong with getting therapy. You don't have to be a crazy person to get therapy. And don't think that you do not need the support when you experience loss. You just never know what's been suppressed. I know it's hard. It's hard. Trust me. When I went through grief counseling, it was hard. But it was necessary because I wasn't able to move on until I went through some of those emotions and the things that I was experiencing. And I still have some. I'm thinking about going back because I experienced a lot of loss in a very short amount of time. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Let's love one another. Let's love ourselves and do our best to be at peace and understand that life is always here to support us no matter what happens. But we're here to experience a myriad of emotions, all of the emotions, because it's necessary for our growth and evolution. All right? So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and condolences to anyone that's experienced loss. Namaste.